Hello beautiful people, this video will be about the Swedish multi-tool T18B-2. Hope you enjoy. I think the description I chose to give this plane is pretty accurate. You can perform a lot of different tasks with this plane, not extremely well, but good enough, and actually more than that. So let's try to take a look at it. The T18B-2 comes from a whole family of aircraft. The first one we meet at 2.7, then we have another one at 3.0, jumping to 4.0, and lastly the pinnacle of multi-tools, the T18B-2, sitting at 4.3. So what are we getting for our hard-earned research points? Let's take a look. You get a 57mm cannon, you get two 20mm cannons, and a single 13.2mm heavy machine gun. And then you get access to a host of secondary weapons, ranging from high explosive rockets, armor-piercing rockets, 50kg bombs, and a mix of all of them. Now with all these different weapons, you only have access to two different kinds of ammo. Either armor-piercing ammo or high explosive, but you can say, well, do we really need more? If you try to look at the 57mm first, looking at the ground target belt, as you can see at 500 meters, which is what we are going to look at and what is going to be realistic, you get an armor pin of up to 62mm. And topside down, that will kill everything, and you can kill a lot also from the side or at an angle. Air targets, of course, you can't really use the 72mm or 62mm for anything, since it's high explosive means that it has an armor penetration of maybe 2 or 3mm, but then again, you don't need more either. Next up is the 20mm cannons. You get two of those. Looking at the ground target belt, you get 17mm armor pin at 500 meters. It's not that impressive, but it's still enough. Air targets, same thing. Only 2 or 3mm worth of armor pin on the high explosive ammunition. But as I said, it's for air targets, it's for shooting down planes and hitting the occasional SPAA. And since a lot of the crews of the SPAAs at SPR are out in the open, 2 or 3mm is definitely enough. And you can also easily kill open-top tank destroyers. And the last of the offensive weapons is a 13.2mm heavy machine gun. You only get one of them. And again, ground target belt, 17mm at 500 meters, not very impressive, but it's still enough. And you also have an air target belt, and same thing, which is actually pretty impressive that you're getting high explosive ammunition for such a little caliber. And this weapon is very effective at shooting down aircraft. You also get access to a stealth belt, which only has armor-piercing bullets. But having this massive plane coming at you using stealth ammo is kind of ridiculous, as not really needed. And last but not least, you also get a 13.2mm heavy machine gun for the turret. And here you also have access to armor-piercing bullets and high explosive ones. And this is what makes this plane so deadly. I've shot down more planes with this rear gunner than I have with the forward-facing weapons, that's for sure. And you can also see this later whenever I'm taking this plane out and show some gameplay with it. It's super effective. Taking a closer look at the secondary armaments, you get access to two different kinds of high explosive rockets and one type of armor-piercing rockets. The first and the smallest of the high explosive rockets have an armor pen of 39 millimeters, no matter the range. Bigger ones have an armor penetration of 78 millimeters at 500 meters, and it's basically the same. As you can see, the difference between 2 kilometers and 10 meters is only 8 millimeters. Then we have the armor piercing rockets. As you can see here, same armor pen across the board also, but this time it's 500 millimeters. That's very, very impressive. But for this to work, you do really need to make a direct contact hit. And lastly, you have access to one type of bomb, the Swedish 50 kilogram bomb. And this is actually not a very good bomb. It's actually a pretty crappy bomb. Mass is 50 kilogram, but you can see here the explosive mass is only 9.5 kilograms. Normally for the 50 kilogram bombs it would be, let's say, 15 or 20 kilograms. And as you can see here, the radius of destruction of armored vehicle is 1 meter, which basically means you need to land on top of the vehicle in order to kill it. While other nations' 50 kilogram bombs usually have a radius of destruction of armored vehicles of 3 meters, so they are much more effective. One thing to note, and that's something that's actually pretty annoying, you cannot choose not to bring any secondary weapons with you. So let's say you just want to use your 57mm cannon, and your 20mm cannon, and your 13.2mm heavy machine gun. You don't have any option to do that. You are forced to bring rockets no matter what, and that is pretty annoying, and I think it's a mistake. I'm pretty sure it's not meant to be like this, so I hope they fix that at some point. One thing that you need to get used to is how to aim these rockets. As you can see, they're sitting pretty far apart out on the wings, and this is where you need to aim. Now normally, if you're using the RP3 rockets, I always say that you should use the second of the horizontal lines and pretty much aim the rockets, either the left or the right one, just on the tip of the guideline. But here you need to aim much further out, pretty much out in the open space, and the guidelines are not making it very easy, so these rockets are pretty strange to aim, and it takes a lot of getting used to. Next up is the M49 rocket. This is the bigger brother of the smaller high explosive one. And as you can see here, there was an example of RNG where it doesn't really matter. If your aim is perfect, the rocket's just gonna do whatever the rocket wants to do. And I actually thought, and I think that these rockets have a higher RNG. They probably don't, but I think they're more wonky to use. And there's not as steady or precise as, let's say, the RP3s, which are much easier to use. And let's try this again. Aiming way further out to the right in order to hit something. But once you hit, I mean, the result is pretty nice. Can't argue with that. And last but not least, we have the armor piercing rockets with a 500mm of armor pen. Now these rockets are faster and you need to aim them differently. Okay, I did score a hull break with that one, even though I did not exactly hit it. But you do have a slightly over 4 kilograms of TNT in it, and that does the trick on these lighter skin vehicles. Now in order to score a hit, if everything goes well and the RNG gods are with us, you need to use the third horizontal line. And again, because the rocket sits so far out on the wings, you need to take that into account and aim much more out to the right in order to score a hit. Well, or left of course, if you want to use the left side of the reticle. But using the RP3s are much easier and not so much of a hassle. Of course, everything is not all fun and games. It is very heavy and sluggish whenever you're down and using it in ground RB. if you're using this aircraft in ARB, it's much more maneuverable and it's definitely better up high in the air. Also, as you can see here, the 26 seconds of turn time, that's actually pretty good for what it is, but then you add another almost 5 seconds because of the rockets and the bombs. And like I said, since you cannot just say you want a clean wing, you don't want any bombs, you don't want any rockets, you have to pick either loadout, and then you have to spend a couple of seconds to get rid of it before you get down to the 26 seconds of turn time. But in ARB, you can actually dogfight with it, while it's a little more cumbersome to do so at lower altitude in ground RB. And since the plane is so heavy, you need to be careful when you're spawning it in. So I would suggest that if you die or if you want to J out, take a look around, scan the sky. If you have any friendly aircraft up, then you can spawn it in. If there's a bunch of enemies up, let them crash or be shot down by SBAs before you spawn in your plane, because otherwise you are a pretty easy target. I know you have a very good rear gunner, but you need to be able to aim with him too in order to do any damage. So rather wait a couple of minutes and be safe before you spawn in. And you would think that this plane was built by Russians and not by Swedes, because holy crap, it can take a lot of punishment before it crash. And that's probably one of the biggest pluses, especially in ground RB, where everybody's going to shoot at you, since you are a pretty big plane. So enemy fighters, SBAs, and every tank with a heavy machine gun will aim at you, and you can actually survive a lot of punishment. All in all, it's definitely worth the grind, and it's very effective in its intended role, and you're going to have a lot of fun with this aircraft. I have added some links in the video description for some other videos from my channel that are relevant to this one, and also links for you guys to be able to support the channel other than likes or subscriptions if you want to do so. Now let's go have some fun with this plane. We are over the Finland map, and I've had a pretty good round in the little Stridsvagn 41, the little light tank. I got 3 kills and 1 assist. Unfortunately, this is doing the winter event, so these kills do not count towards the daily tally, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. You have plenty of time to get those 50 kills. And this is still the fastest way to spawn in an actual aircraft, where spotting reduces the spawn cost. Okay, let's see, we have... I don't really see anything right now. There's something right there. Is that an anti-aircraft? I'm not sure what that is actually. I'm just curious, it's probably too late. Oh yeah, but it was actually... I don't think I've done much else with the cliff being like it was. Looks like it's already over though. There's a guy running for it. I'm not sure what that is. Let's try the cannon. Oh, what was that? 38T. Hits her. It's a pretty good shot, and of course I have somebody on me. So I know I have a very effective rear gunner. So should I just try use him? Yeah, let's just try use him then. Let's see. He is... Oh, actually I got him killed. It was a little Japanese, so he would have probably have croaked no matter what. I'm surprised he didn't catch fire actually, so... Let me just land real quick. I should have time to land and then get airborne again, although there are not that many people left, so I don't know. Oh, let me just raise messed up flaps again, and there we go. And break.
Attention to the map.
So this is the Carpathians map. Carpathians? It's the sea map. And it's not looking too good, but personally I've been doing just fine. Trying to look at something to shoot at. Oh, I see something over there. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, those are very nice. M4. Oh, no. Whoa. Okay, so... oil leak, I can live with that. It's only 59 degrees anyhow. So it's basically just started. Where is that guy? I lost him. Oh, there he is. Okay, never mind. So, do you see anything down here on Charlie? Yes, no, yes, no. No, not really. Ugh. Hit again. Is that a plane up? Oh, unfortunately it is. Can't really see what it is. But you know what, let me just see if I can, come on, get in my, there we go, thank you. So the plan is really just to get my rear gunner to do some work. Ooh, that was worth it. What do I get? Well, okay, I got a tank and a plane again. That's fine. So I'll try something new with the Swedish anti-air sits at, is it 3.7? Where is it at? 3.3. I managed to run out of ammo with it, and that basically killed me. I was using it as a anti-tank weapon since it's really, really bad if you're using it as a if you have to use it as an anti-aircraft weapon. I think there was one time where I managed to get 3 kills with it, but that was only because they were flying basically straight towards me. And that was it. Otherwise, it's really, really, really not very good. Ooh, what was that? I was about to say, what on earth did I kill with those AT rocket? But it was an LVT, that makes a little more sense. Oh, that was pretty close. So let's get some altitude and try that again. 1 rocket left, and then some bombs I haven't really been using. They're losing Alpha. Bravo is being fought on, about off, on, off, on. I guess we're getting that now. So what about that guy? He's dead. He was the one we were fighting over. And I only see corpses on Charlie. So they got Charlie. Wait a minute. Oh, sorry, we got no, they got Charlie. Okay. No, we got Bravo. It's not easy being me. Okay, plane incoming. F6F or something. Is it a Corsair? I think it's a Corsair or something. I mean, I can't really. No, I just can't. Turn him. Is he going down? Hey, he went down. Speedfire got him, okay. And flying away again, getting some... oh, another one. Just get rid of these bombs. Making this a little easier. Oh, where did he go? I'm just following the tracers. Okay, I see him now. And full speed ahead. I actually thought I would get him there. No kidding. Huh. Oh, there we go. Okay. CBD. I do have some machine gun rounds left and cannon rounds. I'm surprised I didn't get him in that head-on though. I actually thought I would have. I don't really want to fly too straight for too long. Is that... no? I got his transmission. Oh, somebody's angry. Yep, oh, angry. Okay, let's fly towards Bravo. See if I can spend my one rocket. Yeah, this is not good. Let me just see if I can find him. He's down there somewhere. And then just... no. There was too much smoke. I couldn't really see what was going on. I would have wished I had done a little more. But it was actually the best run for today, and I'm still alive, and it doesn't look like I've been hit yet. See if I can keep myself alive. I still think it was a good idea to drop those bombs, but I don't know. Oh well, there's no reason to commit suicide now. Okay. That was pretty good. Well, I got a decal because of the winter event. What did I get? New decal and then mark distinction. And okay. Got that one done too. And I actually got another plane out of it. Well, we'll take it. Yes, that's all of that. Cancel that. Oh, no, never mind. Finish. And then just research the Swedish Mustang. Okay.